the historians decided that the history of Egypt started in 3200 before Christ and ended with the arrival of Alexander the Great to Egypt in 332 BC. 3200 before Christ, because that was the date of the union between North and the South. Before that, Egypt was two separate kingdoms: Upper Kingdom, the South; Lower Kingdom, the North. And we still call South of Egypt as Upper.
Cairo and Luxor, or no? The biggest.
Cairo is lower. Luxor is upper.
Okay.
Why the south is upper? Because the level of the ground at the south is higher than that of the north, and the Nile River flows from south to north. South is upper. Okay.
Okay.
Each kingdom had its own king, sorry, god, capital, crown symbol. The famous papyrus plant symbolized north, and the red crown for the north. The lotus flower symbolized south, and the white crown for the south.
Understood.
Okay. In 3200, king of the south invaded the north, and he unified Egypt for the first time in history, founded a place named Memphis to be the first capital of United Egypt. Memphis is about 40 kilometers to the south of here.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Still in the morning.
Yes.
Okay. Since the time that was the beginning of the pharaonic history, so the historians divided that era into 30 royal dynasties.
30?
Yes, 30. And the three kingdoms: Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, and the New Kingdom. Ancient Egyptians believed in life after death, and they got the religious beliefs from their observation of the natural elements, like the sun. Sun rises at the east, sets at the west. So sunrise was sun birth, sunset was sun death. Cycle repeats. Also, the second superpower in their life, the Nile River, when it reached its lowest level just before the flood season, that was Nile death. Flood was its resurrection or its rebirth. So they believed humans, like any natural elements, would have life after death, but it would be an eternal life.
Okay.
It explains why they cared
The
about
pyramid.
everything related to hereafter: pyramids, tombs of kings, even rock-cut tombs in Valley of the Kings, etc. While everything related to this short
Where's the
life,
Valley of the Kings? Is it far away from here?
it's very far. It's at the west bank of Luxor,
Okay.
which is 700 kilometers
Okay,
to the
very
south.
far.
It is. Okay. Here on Giza Plateau, there are three big pyramids. Three pyramids dedicated to three pharaohs. The first one we have right here, this is the pyramid of King Cheops, written as Cheops. Cheops is not the original name of that king. His original name was Khufu. All the famous names like Ramses, like Tutankhamun, all these famous, very well-known names, they are not the pharaonic names of the pharaohs. These are Greek terms.
Really?
Yes, Greek terms. Okay. The original height of this pyramid was 146 meters. Its present height is 136 meters. They believe the missing 10 meters were the height of a gold capstone that was fixed on top of the pyramid, never found. And now when you look at the top, you can see wooden sticks showing the missing 10 meters.
Yeah.
Its construction took at least 25 years.
25 years.
And at least 100,000 workers built it. They worked it for years just in summers, not all year round, just in summers. Why in summers? Because the Nile River flooded in summers.
Oh, okay.
So farmers did not have work to do because they had to wait till water going back to the river to start cultivating. So King used them as builders.
Okay.
They were not slaves and they were not foreigners. They were very well treated. They had their law court, they had their doctors, and very recently in the same neighborhood, they found the village where they lived. They had to be Egyptians because we're talking about a holy building. So only the Egyptians were allowed to participate in this kind of holy project.
Understood.
Okay? In the Middle Ages, the real purpose of building pyramids became a matter of speculations, and they speculated Giza pyramids, or all the pyramids in Egypt, were Joseph's storages. Remember Joseph of the Bible?
Yes.
So the Middle Ages, they thought those pyramids where Joseph stored the grains of the good years to be used during the 7 bad years. Of course, not true. When Napoleon Bonaparte was here, he claimed that he climbed up the top of the Great Pyramid And his people calculated the stones of this pyramid.
Is it true
as,
that he did that?
Maybe. I wasn't there. So if people calculated this pyramid, the stones of this pyramid as, if we use the blocks of this pyramid, we can build a wall around France, the whole of France.
Wow.
And this wall would be 10 feet height, 1 foot width. Imagine.
Wow.
Also, British had their attempts too, and they say the famous British Cathedral, St. Paul Cathedral, together with House of Parliament, they can be grouped in the area of its base, and a considerable space would be left unoccupied. Also, it is thought that if we use the blocks of the 3 big pyramids of Giza, the 2 you can see here, and the 3rd one we'll see it later, we can build a wall around the whole planet, 2/3 of the planet at the equator, the biggest point. Every king had a complex, not just a pyramid, a complex consisting of a port where the boats carried the stones deck, a valley temple, causeway, funerary temple, and the tomb or the pyramid. We see the elements of the 2nd pyramid when we go near the Sphinx.
And inside the tomb is where they used to have all the treasures and the gold and everything?
Yes, everything that was used by the pharaoh during his lifetime to be used by him hereafter, and everything the pharaoh might need
After that?
Hereafter, yes. Okay. Also, every pyramid had a cover of fine white limestone, like gypsum, very smooth, very white. But the only pyramid here that still has part of the cover is the 2nd pyramid, as you see just on the top.
Yes.
So you can imagine how they looked thousands of years ago. They were built in 2500 BC, so they were very white, very smooth, and shiny under the sun rays.
Very nice. What's this ring for here?
Where, there?
Yes.
All what you see, but they were small pyramids, but now you can notice they have flat topped.
Okay.
But they were a small pyramid dedicated to king's family, because it was very important to keep family union. So around the pyramids of the king, they were smaller pyramid for his wife, his children, the members of his royal court. But till the end of the 18th century, the beginning of the 19th century, the whole area was used as a stone quarries. So people came, dismantled the blocks, they reused them to build palaces, bridges, or even castles. Like the base castle of Cairo, which was built in 1182, the builder Salah then dismantled a few separate pyramids from here to use the blocks as foundations.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you very much.